So this fat column, you really need to pay attention so you don't go start eating some bullshit.
Okay, so, but this is for cooking.
No, for eating.
How do you eat them?
You first of all, it's like, yeah, you put salads.
Yes, salads.
Or like the hemp oil that we take. I take the hemp oil every day. You just take it straight, like liposomal, straight into your mouth.
So
You can actually take a spoon of.
supplement for this type of oil.
Oh, see, you can see the oil is here. MCT oil is here. Or the keto is here. So the oils are here. You can get.
I'm just curious.
Yes. Or actually, the coconut oil, you can pour and take a spoon and just drink it.
Why you put them in my protein drink?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm open.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a very good way of actually getting your fats.
Yeah, okay, we don't have to just good fat.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next page. Nuts and seeds. Right? You see, they didn't put my peanuts there.
I thought cashew is not good for you.
No, cashew is good. The problem with cashew, and we need to be careful when we come to this page of nuts, pay attention. Most of the nuts in America have mold. So you really have to be careful where you're getting your nuts. So preferably, if you're getting nuts, there needs to be nuts that have been fried or dried or roasted nuts, because then they have killed the mold. But if it's just fresh dried nuts, you have to worry about mold.
But it has to be unsalted.
Yes, to just reduce your salt. Why does it have to be unsalted? So
Because of that, because the salt increases your blood.
it does, but there is sea salt that is good for us. Yeah, so sea salt is good for us, but you don't want to increase the normal table salt, which is bullshit salt, which is refined salt. Okay. Then beverages. I didn't know they would put coffee here. I should delete the coffee.
Unlimited serving. Unlimited.
I know, she underlined the unlimited.
I don't drink coffee. Well, we drink coffee once a day, but still.
But this is the other one that is really important, the condiment, herbs and spices. Why are condiments, herbs and spices really, really important?
They can prevent cancer?
No, because they are connected to this thing.
The minerals.
Yes, and the vitamins.
The minerals.
So I know that culturally in America, people have only two kinds of taste, sweet
And salty.
And fat. But in most other cultures, these are the tastes that people
Sour
have.
and spicy.
Right? They have garlic, ginger, lemon, right? Miso, mustard, salsa, a lot of different kinds of tastes. And most American kids are not comfortable with these different tastes because they didn't grow up with these spices in their food. You understand? Most Americans is either sweet or salty or fat. Delete this allowable sweetness. You're not supposed to have any.
No, yes.
Okay, foods to enjoy occasionally. This is on your days off. Beans, which I love, only on your days off.
Wow, well, I thought beans protein.
Well, but on your days off.
I thought hummus is good for you.
But on your days off.
I thought you could eat
It has too
every
much
day.
carb. It has too much carb.
All of this is supposed to be good for you.
Then berries on your days off.
Seriously?
Oh, let's look at the foods to avoid. Richard, we're on your page now.
Yes, sir.
Foods to avoid. Processed sugary foods like sauces, like soda, fruit juice, smoothies, ice creams, candies.
Avoid smoothie?
What?
Avoid smoothie?
Yes, smoothies are unnecessary. Eat the fruit. You don't need a
It's in the
smoothie.
fruit.
No, it's not.
If I make the fruit in the blender.
No. Eat the fruit. You're losing all the fiber.
Okay.
God wasn't stupid by not giving you the fruit as a smoothie.
Okay.
God would have made a tree where we just go and drink the smoothie.
You didn't look into the future.
is here. Then they say grains or starches or wheat-based product like rice, pasta, and cereal. What was I saying? Now Sol is like rice.
No rice.
No rice.
Avoid rice.
Rice is rice.
Rice is rice.
Yeah, it's the same rice.
Even if it's brown rice, it's green rice, it's rice.
Rice is rice.
No rice.
This is to keep yourself in ketosis.
Exactly. Thank you. Keto adaptation. We want to be in ketosis. The minute you eat rice, the body is going to say, let's go to our tank.
Because it breaks down to starch
And fat, yes. You get that? Most fruits, except for limited amount of berries, most fruits are not good for you.
I can eat the blueberry and the blackberry every day. So
You can, but not a ton of it.
how much is considered a cup of it?
A couple.
The berry is tiny. How much is a cup?
Yeah, just a little cup. Like you're gonna get a little cup.
I can eat the whole little box. Like
No. You go into, you get out of ketosis.
What do you think about melons? They didn't differentiate melons.
Yeah,
But just a little, I guess.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything. You know. So you see, it's under berries and things to occasionally enjoy. Okay, low fat or diet products is all bullshit. Root vegetables, tubers like potatoes and carrots are too sweet. They're high glycemic foods. So sweet potato is good, but in moderation, little amount.
but carrots are good.
It's good, but not too much of it. A little amount. Yeah. Unhealthy foods such as processed vegetable oils. Those are the cheap ones they sell at Costco. Sugary alcoholic drinks, sweet wines, and cocktails. That's why it's better to drink whiskeys than to drink wine or rum.
Whiskey has more sugar because it's
No, it does not.
Oh, the
No.
potato, right? Whiskey.
No.
Kettle what?
Huh?
Kettle what?
The vodka. Is
No, go read it. No. It's only the whiskeys that have been processed to the point where they really have very little carbohydrate. The rums, the
That's
vodkas,
different. That's have more sugar.
yeah, they have a lot of sugar. Okay? And then sugar-free diet foods. Bullshit. Fast food. Richard, no pasta, no burgers, no pizzas, no, we're gonna put it, no in and out.
No, in and out.
And then what this does is that it gives you a meal plan. Day 1, day 2, day 3, right?
That's not enough.
What do you mean? You see, that's the point. If you're not eating nutrients, then you keep thinking it's not enough food. The body doesn't need food, it needs nutrients.
1 egg and a half cup yogurt?
Yes. It's too small. Look at it, he's looking at me like, actually, I don't eat a lot anymore. It's really dropped down. Elizabeth missed all this fun today.
No, I want to watch it.
But you're looking good. Sit down. But were you up? Did the guy come here already?
Yes.
Oh, he came already? Oh, that was the guy. Oh, okay. He should have joined our class. He looked like a fat boy. Did we give him anything to reduce his fat?
He asked about it.
The class, what was going on here? And then there's this video that you need to watch with the peppers. You know, there's some worms inside the green peppers.
The seed.
Yeah, there's a little worm.
Worm.
So yes, in these green peppers. So whenever you cut them, you need to rinse it in vinegar very well. You can't just eat it.
See that?
Yes, it's very tiny, and they are inside the you know, like when you break it, it leaves it with the seeds. So when you break it, you need to make sure you don't eat the seeds, number one, and wash it really well in vinegar.
These are the bell peppers, like the big bell peppers.
The bell peppers, yes. Not the little ones, yeah. And then you can see they say playing hide and seek with carbs. Look at this page. You know, in America they trick you, right? They put it in milk substitutes, like almond milk contains sugar.
Oh, really?
So don't think you're doing yourself some bullshit.
I know.
Well, except you make it.
Organic almond milk is okay or no?
I think so, but check it that there's no sugar.
No, I didn't check it like that.
Yogurt must
a lot
be
of sugar.
0.
Yeah, but
And mostly the Greek yogurt
Yeah,
is
the
the
Greek-
best yogurt.
I did the 2% fat.
Okay, that's fine.
2% fat.
Ketchup.
That's all sugar.
Ketchup, very bad for you. I don't think you should be using that ice pack. You want your body to heal normally.
Okay.
Because when you freeze it, it's not going to heal properly. Yeah. Rather, what you need is did they give you the SPM? Okay, that's what you need. Do we have an open SPM?
Yes.
Or the patch, not an ice thing? It doesn't allow the body to heal properly when you put ice. So give her SPM or something else. Salad dressing, need to be checking that. Chestnuts, low fat and fat free, it's all American bullshit.
Wait, but the chestnut was part of the thing that I'm allowed to eat in the ketogenic
They say you
diet.
should watch out because it contains a lot of carbs. That's what they're saying. Just say watch out, read the detail. And no sweetness. And so you want to eat a lot of vegetables because it's good for you. Why is fiber important for us? Yeah, what does it do, Soul? Soul, you're beginning to step up. Since Soul got some stem cells, her brain has just like stepped into the next gear, Soul. So why do we need fiber for the digestive system?
Doesn't that help you move? It helps you absorb nutrients and break down.
Okay, so it helps in the digestive breakdown absorption process. It slows down the rate at which food is going through, right? So when food slows down through your large and small intestine, it allows more of the nutrients to be absorbed.
Instead of just going through.
If not, it just goes. You know, some people, they eat and they go poo.
They say when you have fibers, you go to the bathroom.
Yes, your poo is a number 4. You know a number 4 poo? The Bristol style. When you go to a bathroom, you see the number 4 poo there. That really good, nice poo. It's like an arrow was shot from heaven. Right? Like an arrow was shot from heaven. Right? All right, next page. Supplementing. Right? So, this page. So, let's do that. Diagnostic testing. Right? So, we're going to get this new machine. It's called a breathe meter. I'm going to buy it soon. Where you can breathe into it and it can actually measure your diagnostics. It's a new equipment. It will measure, some of it measures your amount of CO2. It measures the amount of glucose.
Star Trek.
No, it does, but no. Right now, most of it come from blood. But this new machine measures from your breath. Yes.
And you get the result right away.
And that's why you know dogs can tell that you have cancer. Dogs can smell it.
No way.
Yes.
How does dog know? I have a dog. My brother has a dog, so I want to know what is the dog.
Well, the dog has to be trained.
I just want to know.
Yeah, there are dogs that can smell cancer, yes.
And what did this do?
Well, it doesn't do anything because nobody listens to the dog.
What do you mean no? Because
William is like, yeah, nobody listens to the dog. The dog is like, we have cancer here, and they're like, can you shut that dog up?
I'm gonna ask him.
The dog has been talking.
Cancer or not?
No, but hold on. We now have a new equipment also. Ezra.com. We are going to be running ourselves a full body scan. It's a new product. and it detects whether you have cancer or not.
Oh my God.
It also detects whether your cancer is growing or shrinking.
You're gonna get that?
No. For now, we're going to use, but we're thinking of getting it's an MRI machine.
It's almost like the breast cancer thing, but it can detect the.
No, this one is different. It's using an algorithm. You run a full body scan and it can detect whether you have cancer. So that's coming. So I also have the strips that are used for nitric. Can we do some nitric oxide testing to show whether you have enough nitric oxide in your blood?
What's that?
It's coming. The strips are coming. Dr. E is bringing it. And you're going. It's something that's required in your blood for blood flow, for circulation. Yeah, it dilates, it's vasculation. So give each of them a strip, and you're going to take your spit and put it on the strip, and it has to turn deep pink, like you're pregnant. It's like your pregnancy strip.
You can't get pregnant in your mouth.
Richard, I said like.
People try.
So give them one each. So take one strip.
Keep it. Don't use it yet.
No, they can't. So let me show you. So you see where that little place is. Don't put it in your mouth. You're going to take spit, and with little spit, and put it on it. Okay? No. Don't put it in your mouth, Richard. I said take spit with your finger, Richard. Yeah. Richard. Take some spit and then put it on it. Okay? That's it.
It's not turning color.
If it's not turning color, then you'll have low nitric oxide. Mine was perfect. Let me see. Wow, you see? Yours is turning really well.
Pink. No, nice.
What do you do?
Yours is too light. You need nitric oxide. Can you, Dr. E, can you prescribe some nitric oxide for Elizabeth? You see? Look at Saul's.
This way?
Whoa.
That is
Look at
deep.
you.
You see, yours is light.
Oh.
Very light.
Mine's light.
How's
I don't
yours?
know yet. It's almost like pregnancy test. You turn pink.
Pregnancy.
Kim, you're pregnant?
Elizabeth, now she's pink. I'm not pink yet.
Let me
You know what I'm
see.
supposed to be.
No, very light. No, look at Saul's. Look at Saul. Saul is actually. Look at Saul.
Let me see you. Mine.
Oh, mine's not.
They're pregnant.
Where's yours?
I'm not pregnant, sir.
You see that?
This is not about pregnancy. This is about oxide.
That shows that.
Not enough oxygen.
No, you don't have enough nitric oxide.
Which is?
What we're saying,
Which
it
one
is.
is good? The dark is good?
Yes, very dark is
Okay, so
good.
what do we do?
What the heck?
I know.
What the heck? Wait, what am I lacking?
Nitric oxide.
How do we get it?
What is nitro oxide?
Did you get some exercise?
No.
Oh, you exercise enough, so I don't think you work on that.
You know,
I did this. Come on.
Maybe this one is broke.
Yeah, maybe. See, look at him. Like, what am I lacking?
Stem cell.
So both of us have stem cell treatment.
Where?
Huh?
Look at it. I don't have it.
She had stem cell. She had IV.
Oh, really?
And oh, did you hear what she said? Her kidney numbers have gone up.
It's no, because see, the reason I decided to go for the stem cell, my kidney doctor wants me to prepare to go for dialysis. I do not want to go dialysis, so I opted for the stem cell. I had my blood work last week, and the numbers from 11. What's that number? EGF.
Yeah, EFGR,
11.
EGFR.
I had it just 20. Wow. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. How long ago?
1 week ago,
Was it?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And it took about a week to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So we offered it to Saul because there was the option of either going for dialysis shortly, because that flow rate should be minimum around 50, 60. When it starts falling, then they start watching, and hers had gone down to 11. When it hits 10, you have to go on dialysis.
Now it's at 20.
It went back up 20. Yeah. So we're going to hope that it continues to climb. And what's happening is the rebuilding of the architecture of the flow systems in the kidney architecture. That's what.
Wouldn't that affect the whole body?
But luckily for her, the body decides where to take the stem cells, where there's most urgent requirements. So, and that's what Dr. Yi was also saying, because this nitric oxide test, I take supplements, she takes supplements, you all take supplements. But when we tested, my nitric oxide was exactly like hers. So we think it's a stem cell.
Probably he got the stem cell treatment. I my face.
So what is your color? The pink too? Not as yellow pink?
Was just like pink.
I didn't get the treatment. I just like.
No, I'm thinking you did the test. What is it? Light pink also?
Like you.
So only you and her, the dark pink?
Oh, wow.
Well, it might not be good.
All right, so let's move forward. So we also have strips for glucose. He just did it. We do, and you did your glucose. How was your glucose?
I'll tell you right now. There was several numbers. I had a 95, 43, and 14.
Oh, 95. No, you had breakfast. Yeah, and you had breakfast. 95 is good, because you know that your glucose level has to be between 70 and 90. Fasting.
That's fine.
Fasting.
Now, see, I did have those two.
I know, we understand, yeah. But normally, if you are not fasting, it should be between 70 and 90. So it's not a problem if it's just like 105, 110, no. But some people, it gets to like 250. Yeah, which is really high, okay? So don't worry about it. The number, yes. Okay. All right, let's look at supplementing. So one of the big challenges is how to get to ketosis. So we have quite a few products here. There's one here called ketogenic collagen. So if you wanted collagen, this is one of the ways you could increase fat. Or you could use a direct keto shake. This is from avocado oil, grass-fed butter powder. So this is, yes, which is really, really,
I said it sounds good.
it smells, oh, I take it. Oh yeah, fat. It's like you're eating cream, buttermilk. You know buttermilk? Have you ever had buttermilk?
Buttermilk, yeah.
This is like buttermilk. It's really, really good, yes. Sometimes I also put like a couple of spoons of MCT oil in your shake. That way you really can get your ketosis going, getting your normal, or if it's avocado oil, or if it's a virgin oil, or if it's a coconut oil. So those are really the three oils you should have at home. Or grapeseed oil. Grapeseed, avocado, coconut, and the virgin oil. The oils for frying or cooking are coconut and avocado.
Grapeseed?
Yeah, well, I haven't used it, so I don't know. You use it for cooking?
Yes.
All right.
Canola.
Huh? No, it's not. It's bad oil. It's refined oil.
MCT is it cooking?
Can you cook?
No, MCT is a cold oil. It's a cold oil. Yeah. Really, the real big ones they recommend is avocado and coconut oil. It's really important. Or you can use the fat, the ghee. Ghee is also allowed. Right? Okay. So, yes.
What's the benefit of hemp oil?
Many benefits. We ran a class on hemp oil. You were not here. We ran a class on hemp oil, right? So actually, I don't want to just give you a glib answer, because there's a system in our body called the ECS, which regulates a lot of things, and hemp oil, it's like a phytonutrient that simulates that. It's like the estrogen from plants simulates the estrogen. Hemp oil simulates that ECS system in our bodies. and that controls a lot of different things. Stress, yes.
I thought the hemp oil to help to sleep. That's
Well, no, yeah, but it's about homeostasis and sleep. Well, because you're too hyped up. Yeah, yeah. So,
Does it work for you?
yeah,
Did you get the hemp oil? Did it work for
I use it, and I know it reduces my stress. I'm not pissed off as much as I normally am pissed
I'm not
off.
sure about that one. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that we're not sure about, okay?
All right, so let's get to the frequently asked questions.
Where?
It's page 17.
Okay,
Page 17.
yes.
You get sick?
Huh?
You're gonna get sick?
What do you mean you're going to get sick?
Number 3.
Oh, hold on. We should. So number one, the keto adaptation, we know that, right? And how long does it take to adapt? It takes time for the body to get to that. The length of time varies for the individual, right? During the keto adaptation, what noticeable changes are expected? Some people get that keto flu. People who are really locked into carbohydrates, once they get into keto, it makes them like their body is shocked because of this engine. The engine is changing, and it's a shock to their system.
So flu-like symptoms?
Yes, just slight. And for most Americans struggle, but most Asians have not complained about the keto flu. But it's Americans, because if you really consume a lot of carbs and sugar, this switch is a shock to the system. So they have that keto-like effect, right? And so we recommend that it's a slow migration out. Don't just cut off carbohydrate one day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shock to the system. So just slowly reduce until you are not eating it anymore. Is that making sense, Richard? Yeah. So it's like I'm still eating rice. I've cut bread, pasta, and most other carbs. I'm still eating rice, but I'm slowly reducing the amount of rice. So I'm slowly walking away from rice noodles and rice itself, slowly, because by the time I'm on a 5-day keto, I don't want to be touching any of those starches.
Oh, by the way, how about tofu?
No, it's bad for women
Why?
because it contains the plant estrogens, and they feel that it's cancerous for women.
Which is the funny thing, because people said when you have menopause, you eat tofu to help you.
No,
but it's not.
it's
Yeah,
the research
opposite.
has come out. Don't touch tofu. Men can eat it, not women.
Wait, but you know what? Vegan people don't like.
That's their problem. That's their problem.
Tofu, you're vegetarian.
That's why they're all having cancer. You're not supposed to have it. No.
Yeah, it's interesting because I like vegan stuff. And mostly tofu.
Okay. Well, notice. Let's go back. Hold on. Tofu comes from beans.
Yes.
And beans is under the list of things that we should not take. Yes, beans, yes. Occasionally. Because beans should be taken just occasionally. It's on page
6.
6.
Yeah, because all the monk, they all eat tofu. That's all.
And that's why they're all sick. So for men, it's okay. Not for women.
You know that my sister is on a tofu meal for 5 years.
Well, tell her.
Every single day.
Yeah, tell her. It's really
I mean, she
dangerous.
doesn't do them anymore. She does one more, but she eats tofu as a meal every
Yes,
single
it's very
day.
dangerous. For women especially. Yes, so go fix it. All right, so we're coming towards the end. Let's go to the last pages. So there is a dining guide. We're on the dining guide page, this page. All right, so turn the next page and let's look at dining out keto style. So when you're out there, so one of the things I do now when I get to the restaurant, you know, they just bring the bread.
Yeah.
You should not have bread on your table. The temptation is overwhelming. because while you're waiting and you're hungry, the body is looking at that bread. The body wants to eat that bread.
Butter.
And by the time the food comes in,
You are not hungry anymore.
right?
That's what happens with a lot of people. They end up eating the bread, and then you don't even eat up the beef or the chicken or then now you want to go after you eating all the bread. And the quality of the butter in the restaurants is bullshit. It's not good butter, right? It's hydrogenated butter. That's not good for you. You want real fat, real good butter. Okay, if you're going to eat butter, eat real good butter. All right? And so one of the things that we are actually testing in Vietnam, we're working with 2 restaurants, is for them to create a diabetic menu. Right? Imagine if you went to the restaurant and you said, I want a ketogenic menu.
Some restaurants now have it on the menu.
Well, but
Not
you
to
can't,
the-
not to the world that you would want to trust, right? Because if you wanted to have, if I was searching for restaurants, I should be able to search for a restaurant that was a ketogenic restaurant, or a restaurant that would serve a diabetic diet, or a cancer diet, right? But most restaurants now,
Gluten-free, typically they do.
yeah, but you don't even trust that it's gluten-free. But is it possible for you to have gluten-free flour? It's not possible.
Is there
Gluten-free,
almond flour?
yeah, well,
Coconut flour?
yeah, or coconut flour, yeah, but they need to call it that rather than say it's gluten-free flour.
Right, right.
It's not possible for you to have wheat that does not contain gluten.
So what about the they said gluten-free pasta? That means it's not a real.
Well, except it's made from beans or from, what else do they use to make pasta? Lentils
and quinoa. It's
and
the
quinoa.
pasta I
Okay, yeah, okay, they could do that. Yeah, you could do that pasta, yes.
Trader Joe's. Lentils and quinoa.
Well, I don't trust Trader Joe's. I don't trust Sprouts too. So they tell you in the restaurant, your action plan during the meal, I'm on page 3, add healthy fats and proteins, right? These are all the things you should add. So one of the things that I do when I eat hummus, right, I drown the hummus in olive oil. It's a good way to eat hummus. Drown it in olive oil, right? So you're getting the fats, but you're getting the taste of hummus, right? So that's one thing to do. That's why they say add healthy fats and proteins. They say don't count calories. I mean, that's bullshit, right? Counting calories is kind of crap.
Yeah.
Just don't eat the carbohydrates. That's the bullshit about American weight loss processes. They say, oh, count calories. And then customize your order. Make sure that you're asking them to grill or bake the meat and skip the bread. That's what I was telling you. An extra serving of avocado, which I don't do in restaurants because most of their avocado has mold. They're giving you cheap avocado. Because most of the avocado here is stored and forced to ripe. You know, in Africa, when we harvest avocado, it's avocado that is about to get ripe. Here they pluck them off the tree when they're not strong enough and then force them to ripe. And so they mold very easily. You understand? So it's very important that we get that right. Then look at animal proteins, plant proteins, nuts and seeds. Right, this is written by Americans, so they'll tell you some things to do that I wouldn't recommend. All right. Okay, so yeah, but they don't know the latest research on tofu.
Where do you see the tofu sold out?
It's there under vegetable, plant-based vegetables.
The right protein. It says plant protein options.
And then drinking wisely. So this dining guide, I think it's very important as you begin to. So I'm a boring kind of guy. I can eat the same food every day for 10 years. So if you are somebody who gets bored, then you need some creativity. I grew up in the village where for when we harvest corn and peanut, that's what we ate for like a month. When we harvest beans, that's what we ate for a month. When we harvest this, so I'm used to being on the same food for a long time without being bored. But if you're bored with food, then this becomes really challenging.
Yes.
You have to really make it interesting. If not, well, it's like ants. They just eat the same thing every day. That's how we're supposed to be. This variety is bullshit.
No,
Just find the right things that you need to eat every day and eat that every
you don't
day.
wear the same shoes every day, do you?
Well, but that doesn't matter. I'm not an ant. But I was talking about food.
Same thing.
Food is different, Kim.
No, it's not.
Well, you're going to then struggle.
I am struggling.
You're good. Well, that's the point. But you could stop struggling by just eating some standard stuff every day. So when you look at the menus for people who have cancer, it's very boring and it's very strict. So you choose to have variety or you choose to die, right? So for example, what's that thing called again? Cottage cheese?
Yeah, cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese with flaxseed oil, with flax seeds, is recommended cancer food every day for cancer patients. Every day.
Cheese?
Yes, cottage cheese and flaxseed. Yes. And flaxseed. That is very, very healthy for you because the cheese allows the digestion of the fat. And it's a very good way of taking that. It's recommended. So there's this website. If you have any friends who have cancer, they should go to Cancer Tutor. And it has a list of things that you eat every day if you have cancer. Very important, guys. All right, so we're coming to the end of our lecture. So let me close out by making a couple of points. The workshop today was on our protocol for diabetes. We have diabetes is a diagnosis. Our protocols are for diagnosed illnesses. Our bundles are to support you get back to vitality. And a critical part of the protocol for diabetes is a ketogenic diet. And around that are the supplements that support that. It's very, very important. So the diet itself is not enough to give you all the nutrients you require. Nobody can eat that well. I remember Kim used to argue about that before, that, oh, but I eat well. Now Kim is taking supplements daily.
I eat a lot. I eat well.
Okay, so now Kim is taking supplements. Sol is taking just liquid supplements until we can build her kidney back up to the right level. Then she can start taking a lot of supplements. We also have recommended that for people who don't want to take a lot of supplements, they can take a combination of the powders. We have about 5 or 6 powders that you can take, and that will significantly reduce your load. And Vincent has been working on that, so that you just mix half a scoop of those powders every day, and it will give you your nutrient load requirements.
Isn't that considered also meal replacement too, though?
Yes,
I was
both.
curious, because
Yes.
it's just a lot of it.
Yes. I take about 20, 30 supplements.
Yes.
The minute you take that amount of supplements, you really don't feel that hungry anymore.
You have to drink so much water to take that supplement.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter, why is she calling me when she does that one? Okay, so thank you for workshop today and for coming, and I hope you learned a lot.